Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Budget Beatdown. Rev Riches versus Trippy Thrills. This week, the DeBerti Ford Mustang GT. I'm assuming that DeBerti, which is a post-tuning manufacturer, took a Mustang GT, did some upgrades to it, and then you have the Ford Mustang GT. This is from 2018. No idea why. It looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. It looks kind of built. It looks powerful, I guess. I don't know.
But it is just a Mustang, all in all. And we know what happens to Mustangs on this channel.
One of us, spoiler alert, might rage quit this. Maybe. One of us might be in a purple car right now that might rage quit this week.
You know, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get to work.
Oh man, I don't feel like doing the drifts today. You know what? I'm so tired of this car. Let's just rage quit. Anyways, this week I will be in high car with 75,000 credits spent, but without the ability to tune my vehicle. Meaning whatever upgrades I put into this car, that is it. I do not get to go on the dyno and change it around. It is stock what it comes with. Meanwhile, Wobblepopjr will have 55,000 credits spent, but will be able to tune his purple people eater. Will tuning make it a bigger difference than money? We'll see. I don't know.
I don't know either, but good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Oh my god, okay.
That was not me. I did not tap you.
No, that is... So we're gonna definitely need all-wheel drive on this one.
Yeah,
that is going to be a mandatory requirement.
Like, it has a lot of grip, and then at a certain angle, it just says yoink.
Yeah, it's the same thing with most rear-wheel drives. These tires can grip for a little bit, and then once you reach the threshold, you're not making enough power. It goes sideways. You go bye-bye.
Exactly.
Anyway, have fun.
You too. All right, people. So as you see here, goal is just traction. We're just going for traction, basically. I mean, 55K is actually going to go a long way on this budget, it looks like. Yeah, we're already up into S2 and we haven't done much. Does it actually change the exhaust? No. Well, you know what they say, there ain't no replacement for displacement, but that's not much extra power. That's not either. Where's our power? Give us more power. Okay, so there's not much power there. What kind of conversions do we have? I don't think that's worth it either. So we got that front tire width. That would help on the drifts. We know he's going to have a lot of power out of this. I think our option's more power. So that gives us a grand left. We could be a little over budget. He wouldn't be mad about that, right? Here's what we're gonna do. As much as I like this, well, actually, I think we're gonna leave the front. The rear we don't need, and then we're only 500 over budget, and that's within the good ballpark. So we shedded 600 pounds. We gained a crap ton of horsepower. 1,100 horsepower for only weighing 3,000 pounds. That's pretty good.
I noticed you went for arrow, which I like.
I
I
had to try
went for the
something.
arrow. I too went for the arrow. Mostly because I was like, I don't want to upgrade the engine because I feel like the other engines, like there's one that the first one is 20,000 and it puts the stats down. And I'm like, unless there's some great options for it, I don't want to mess with that. Then the next one was a V12 for 50K engine for 50K. And I'm like, if I do that, there's no other upgrade. There is tires and there is brakes and maybe turbo and all-wheel drive. That's it. I'm like, I don't want to mess with that. No.
Fair enough. So you stay with the stock engine. That's impressive.
Yes, I was debating on going for the 75K and just going get we ball. And then I was like, no, because I was like, no, because the rear wheel drive in this thing sucks. And having an extra 750 horsepower in this car will not do it any justice. So, no.
I'm glad you thought logically there. Because that would have been, you would have been the one raging probably.
I would have rage quit within the first half hour, probably.
It would have been like that drag race a couple weeks ago where I asked you for a car length or for a second head start.
Yeah. So, you want to hear these stats?
I do.
1,292 horsepower, 1,060 foot-pounds of torque, 3,190 pounds total, 54% face forward, and 6.2-liter engine.
Impressive. So, mind you, I went $500 over budget, but that's within our speculative that we said we could have.
Yep.
I have a power of 1,192 horsepower, torque of 978 foot-pounds. I'm weighing in a little heavier, 3,219. Weight ratio of 54% and a displacement of 6.2 liters.
This is going to be a close one.
It's going to be very close. The budget was very graceful with this. Are you ready?
I am.
Yeah, there's that extra little power.
Just a little bit. I see you trying to air draft off of me.
Hey, it's working. It was working. I was catching at the end.
I hit max speed right at the end. Oh, boy.
Oh. Ooh. I might be able to.
You might be able to get me on the drift.
I have a little bit higher top speed than you, so maybe I might be able to come around you.
You might be able to get me on the drift, yeah. It depends on how much higher your top speed is and how quickly you can reach it.
Well, yeah, but I get to tune the arrow too. I did have the arrow already turned all the way down, so it's not looking great for the drag. I will say I did take this car out for a quick test drive with cornering. God, the front end does not turn in. It's annoying.
Uh-oh. Even with the arrow in the front?
Yeah.
Oh no. So what you're saying is I'm going to hate this. Probably.
Both of us are.
Good. Good to know. Good to know we will suffer inequality.
A little extra power and weight gives you almost 20 PI difference. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll both be suffering.
Almost 20 grand only got me almost 20 PI difference. Yeah, I see that.
Oh, it's gonna be a photo finish. Come on!
No, 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 no!
I think I got it. I don't know. It was so close. I got it. Oh my goodness! Look how close this was.
I will find out. I will find out where you live, and I will come and stab you. I swear. That is a beat. I don't like that right there.
Oh.
No, sir.
So the tuning does work. Huh? Who would have thought?
That's one. That's one race, my friend.
I know, but I was sure you were gonna be able to put a gap on me.
I mean, I did for a second.
Right. I thought you were gonna be able to put more of a gap though, and keep out on me. That was such a close race.
I do wonder if I kept switching around though, if you would be able to not reach full speed, and I might be able to beat you then. But that ruins the entire point of drag racing, so...
Right. Then again, I did give up on trying to follow you around.
She does look like she has a good attack profile, though, I'll say that.
Yeah, she does.
She's beefy where she needs to be, and she looks angry where she needs to be as well.
She angry, boy.
That's the one thing about the new Mustangs I can say I kind of like. The proper Mustangs look like they're powerful where they need to be.
Right, they got a nice aggressive look to them.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
It put me in front because it knows how the drag race went.
Yeah, it's being nice to you. Here's your front place, even though you got more power than him.
It knows how to treat royalty here.
Royalty. Yeah, that front end does not want to drag it around.
Yeah, I can see exactly what you mean here.
Even with the arrow, that is terrible. Even with my tune.
Yeah.
Anything over 70, it just does not turn. I hope it drifts better than it races.
I really hope that the emergency brake comes really good in here.
I attacked aggressively on that corner.
You did pretty damn good in that one, I'll say.
I will say this, the brakes are phenomenal.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
sure.
they're like, oh, wow, we can't get this car to turn. Let's give it better brakes at least. I don't think we've ever had too wide around that corner.
No, I don't think we have either. Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, wow. Wow.
I did not mean to. As you come flying past me, it's all right.
I do not like how little she likes to turn. That is annoying.
It is very annoying. Although, once you kick her sideways, she holds it pretty well.
Yeah. Oh, that was very aggressive on that turn, and I'm surprised that I got the checkpoint.
On my screen, it looked like you missed it.
I barely skimmed by it.
This is a new world record for for us going too wide.
Yeah, if we stick this close, this will be very, very close. We both hit the wall that time.
The stress is coming in. Mistakes are being made the last lap. Go figure.
Yeah, the last lap is being the worst one.
I I will say I'm very impressed that we were able to keep it too wide most of the corners, though. Oh, now that I can attack that aggressively. Now that there's not a big
I see.
green
I see
machine
how
in
it
the
is
way.
now. I see how it is. Oh, your fat face was in the way. Sorry, I couldn't get in my proper corner line. Rah. Here's something I'm thinking about right now, because like during the muscle car era, the Camaro was the one that looked like it was long, even though it wasn't that much longer than even though it wasn't like super long, especially compared to the Dodge. It was longer than the Mustang, but also like imagine bringing back the old like the Oldsmobile Coronado or like the Cadillac, whatever, the Lincoln Continental. Give us like those muscle cars that weren't necessarily powerful back then, but like a mix of power and luxury. Give us that back, and I wonder if how those.
Oh, that
and now
would be.
I kind of want to email Oldsmobile and like, yo, listen, Coronado. Let's talk about the possibility of that coming back.
Maybe shoot them a concept too.
Yeah.
Gosh, this front typical Mustang thing. The front end does not turn in. No wonder why it hits everybody.
Yeah, the fact that I have to downshift a second just to get a curve to turn a little bit.
I mean, drifting works too.
Yeah, not a great bunch.
No, you lose a lot more time. It looks cool. At least you get style points. I can't believe I was able to get 1,000 horsepower out of this, plus all-wheel drive, plus freaking aero that is useless.
It kind of feels useless, yeah.
I'm curious how this would feel without it, though.
Yeah, I only imagine it works.
I don't think it'd be. I don't really think it'd be that much worse, though.
No, I don't think so either.
This thing has so much speed in it, but it can't utilize it around any freaking corner. Oh, next race we're going to be pulling our hair out.
Oh, probably.
All that high speed.
Just think about the mountain. Mountain top.
Oh, that's going to... great.
Yeah, all those curves.
At least we're in almost identical cars.
More or less at this point. I'm surprised how little 75K got me.
I almost think you should have went with the first engine, because it probably could have gotten more upgrade into it.
It might have, but for 20K extra and it taking away, I think, like 100 horsepower, it was like, that's a risk I don't want to take, because unless your upgrades are giving me double what this engine got for half the price, I don't see a way that that's viable in this competition.
Hell, don't put wide tires on the front. That's probably half our problem.
To be fair, I think I did put the max width on the front, and that might have been a problem. Yeah.
I did not, because I was like, it's already got a wide tire on it, and price difference too, obviously. But
yeah, exactly.
Even this car stock has a wide front tire.
Yeah. I will say the engine sounds pretty heavy duty.
Oh, it's got a great
sound
to it.
Like a truck engine.
I don't know how brave to be around these corners.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem is how much control are we going to lose. if I go through this in fourth gear.
I will say these higher speeds though, it actually turns in better. That's probably due to the aero, definitely.
Yeah, going through these corners, it feels a lot more responsive. Although we're also not turning as steeply as first race.
But we are going twice the speed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss a checkpoint being that brave. Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh.
I'm on the edge of it. You're catching.
I'm also trying not to be too brave here.
We did exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I'm assuming we did there.
By the way, it looked like you were hard on the brakes and then you turned and it was turning, so you were like, great, I can add some throttle to it, and then it went right into the wall, right?
I slammed on the e-brakes as well.
Oh, I did not use the e-brake. That might have helped.
This might be, other than second race, this might be the closest we've been on like multiple races at a time.
Yeah. I mean, only a second behind. Well, you should be a second ahead, but tuning is making a really big difference here.
Oh yeah, not to mention like there was a few turns where I probably could have taken it a little bit quicker, or I could have stayed in third gear instead of going down to second, or fourth gear instead of third. But it's like I don't want to be that brave and smack headfirst into a
And then be 20 seconds behind.
That's the thing is, surprisingly compared to other Mustangs, there's no point where it's like this is clearly the car's fault and not mine. Other than the fact that it doesn't turn as well as it should, it's still turning pretty dang okay. Like it's not the best, but we've also had much worse fully upgraded. So it's like it's also not the worst. It's better than my expectations. I'll say that. I didn't expect with how thick it looks in the back, especially those tires, of it being able to turn like a Grand Prix.
And I didn't expect. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say it still handles pretty damn well. Because again, we've had better before, but we've also had much worse. And
True.
More is probably on the worst side than the better. Here comes the hard part of this race.
I was gonna say it's a Mustang. I rage at Mustangs, so I'm just surprised. Oh, this is not working out well.
Yeah, I'm having a fun time watching you slide back and forth here.
All I did really was raise the suspension, and it's not really making much better.
It doesn't seem to really on the dirt race. I'll say that much. Every time that I've risen the suspension to the max level, it doesn't seem to work a lot.
There's just so much grip in the rear that it doesn't want to let go.
I'm gonna say this handles better on the dirt than on the road, in my opinion. Just because the dirt gives it that turning that it needs, but it also gives it too much of a wide arc.
Oh, it's bouncy over that though.
Yeah. This, that's not great.
We're golden.
Son of a bitch, son of a bitch. I might be able to.
Come on, we
Nope,
know I got
nope,
you on
you
top.
got it.
Well, this did.
Yeah, on top speed, but have you reached top speed yet? Because I barely
No.
did at the end there.
No, I was only at
If it was a
200.
second, if it was a second closer on the end there, we could have handled it. But
Literally
I
a
took one of those
second.
turns. I took the third to last turn too hard, and the second to last turn I had to really make up for it, and I still smacked into the wall, and that threw me off.
I'm mad because tomorrow I have to leave early because I have to get an alignment. I have my alignment scheduled for the Volkswagen because I just did the tie rods on it, which means I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm on a path for. Well, I'll still break my best week for picking up loads so far, but I was gonna average 10 loads the whole week for every day, which would have been fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was gonna see if we could stay in ghost mode the whole time.
Yeah. I was like, this is either going to be great or it's going to end up catastrophically for us.
Either way, I did crank up the downforce in the front to max because this is all corners.
That was bad.
Yeah, I cranked the downforce all the way up in the front, and it's a little bit better at the slower speeds. It doesn't seem like that much, but when I look down at the speedometer, I'm definitely going a lot faster than what I would have from the first race.
Yeah.
You know, 16 miles an hour doesn't seem like a big difference, but in a race it is.
Oh, especially when you're going that fast. 16 miles per hour from 16 miles per hour from 16 is only 32, but 16 miles per hour from 109 is still 107. It's still 115, which, you know, 125, which is considerably more dangerous than 109.
Considerably. I love the way you put that. You're not wrong.
Oh no, get it? Thank you.
I just tried to drift this last corner, and yes, the initial start of it was great, but it just has so much grip, it just pulled itself out of it.
Yeah, it really does. I don't know if we're gonna get even close to our record.
I see myself DNFing on the first one. Because I've been trying so hard.
I really wouldn't be surprised if we do DNF on at least one of the grids, if not two, because every single corner that I've drifted into, I've come out in full control, and that doesn't bode well for drifting the entire time. Well, we'll see.
Good luck. It's a beautiful night in the game.
Oh yeah. Okay, this might not be as bad as I thought it would be. Sure, I have to slam my e-brake a lot more to get her to still slide.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not one of my custom-made drift cars, but it's
Yeah,
good.
it's definitely not my favorite, but she could be much worse.
It reacts to the inputs very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Title of the video. Oh my god, I actually like a Mustang?
Not click parentheses, not clickbait.
Right. I don't want to be one of those people. I will say, sometimes it's probably the tune I put on it. Sometimes though, like I can hit the e-brake and once it goes too sideways now, it doesn't want to recover.
It might be the tune because mine feels fine.
I should also say when I'm off, like if I stay off the throttle. If I'm on the throttle, it recovers better. So yeah, it could be driver error too.
Maybe.
I can see by your tire marks you did a way better job on that corner.
Some of them I did. Other ones I like I see lines I can put them. Oh god. Not bad, but not the greatest.
Same.
What did you get?
803.
Damn, I got 759.
Damn.
Hey.
God, that one is just so difficult, man. Because you only get one turn.
It's a one shot of getting it right, and if you even enter the turn wrong, nope, nothing.
This one's gonna be okay. Now, I'm sure if you went back to rear-wheel drive with tires on it and everything, this thing would be way better for this.
Maybe. 159.
You got me there. I got 151.
Oh dang! I did the corner right before, like the two corners right before the U-turn corner. Those I did perfectly. If I didn't do those as good as I did, it probably would have been under sub 150.
Yeah, you beat me either way, though. I'm surprised how much wheel spin this thing gets, though, off the launch with...
It feels so good off launch, and then like we've said so many times in this video, as soon as you get to like above 70, then it doesn't want to turn until you get to like 140, and then it's like, all right, cool, I'll take this turn spot.
Yeah. It's so weird. It's a Mustang thing. They've been working on it for many years.
Yeah. Oh, that was nice.
Oh no, I overcooked it into that 90.
Oh no.
I see you cooked it on the way out, but I cooked it before I even got to it. I tried to do a long e-brake stand into it.
I almost got close. I got pretty close to my personal best there. 193.
I got 191.
that first U corner I came out of perfectly like I entered it kind of haphazardly. The first U-turn corner though, I came out of that perfect drift, and I'm like, if the second U-turn comes out that great, we're golden. And then I entered decent into the second U-turn, and I exited so bad. There's no choice. But
I saw you on the barrier.
The scene that I was on, yeah, I got stuck behind the barrier, which I was like, this might end badly. Luckily, it didn't. But seeing the, seeing that I was still 20 points closer, like only 20K off from my high score, that was the point where I was like, cool. I now know that if I get this car tuned right, this would be a car that I can drift